Introducing Secret 12, the new INFOWARS Life vitamin B12 formulation. Most forms of vitamin B12 are highly processed and synthetic and could not be properly absorbed by the body. That's why for real results, so many are having to turn to painful B12 injections, which are known to have higher absorption rates. Now, INFOWARSLife.com is excited to announce that we can bring you our most bioactive, powerful form of B12 that has been developed with our exclusive perfected process. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin. Secret 12 is simply taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Secure your revolutionary Secret 12 formula right now at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. 2015 is almost here, and with it comes those New Year's resolutions to finally transform your body the way you want it. There's a reason over 88% of New Year's resolutions fail. Make this year different by equipping yourself with Oxy Powder, the next level in cleansing the body naturally. Using super oxygenation, Oxy Powder, available through InfoWarsLife.com, gently cleanses the body while you sleep with easy capsules. Tens of thousands of individuals have used Oxy Powder to cleanse their bodies and aid in their transformations. Even InfoWars Nightly News Director Rob Dew has been using Oxy Powder with incredible success.
Took it that first day, then I took it for 6 more days after that. 12 pounds melted off in about a week. I'd say a week, 7 days.
2015 can be different. Diet and exercise are important, but a lot of us have already tried that. Oxy Powder flushes it out. Secure your Oxy Powder at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. And finally tonight, here on InfoWars Nightly News, I'm going to defend a fellow Texan, Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey is innocent, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The latest out-of-control, bizarro political correctness isn't even leftist or right-wing. It shows the domestication of the human population in many industrialized areas that we see articles where someone's skinning a deer on their own property and the police are called because someone thinks an animal's being tortured. Well, Matthew McConaughey has a big 22,000-acre ranch outside Austin, Texas, and on the ranch they have cattle, but they also have white-tailed deer that are indigenous to the state. Now, white-tailed deer are so overpopulated that I've lived in 4 different houses in Austin, and sometimes there's 20, 30 deer in my front yard, no matter where I live. They're eating all the foliage. They're starving to death. There are no natural predators like wolves or coyotes in the city or puma mountain lions. So they're everywhere. Now, the story here is that TMZ and others with straight faces are acting like Matthew McConaughey has done something with the headline, Matthew McConaughey ranch draws fire over trapped deer kills. And they go on to say that these are caged hunts because it's 22,000 acres of property. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm against caged hunting. That's when you have a rare bear or something and some rich fat guy, and I've seen the videos, on a golf cart drives up, they let it out of a cage or shoot it in the cage. Yes, that's a caged hunt. White-tailed deer on a ranch being shot by hunters that come and get a deer lease is completely normal and standard, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 2,000-acre ranch that we've had since 1829, a Mexican land grant. We couldn't keep it if we didn't lease it during the hunting season in the fall and winter to deer hunters. It's still hard to pay the property taxes, even though we do that. And that's why McConaughey does it. It's mainly a cattle ranch. But here's the bigger disconnect. You go to the store, you buy beef, you buy chicken. Listen, I'm all for humane conditions. I don't want to eat something full of antibiotics and poison and some chicken that tries to peck itself to death because there's 3 million of them in one building covered in mites. Let's talk about factory farming. Let's talk about sewage runoff from these feedlots. Texas is where our cows are out in big green pastures and have some of the best lives out there on record. Texas is where you can go and shoot a deer, process it, and it makes great sausage or great steaks. I've seen statistics as much as 20% of the meat donated to the homeless is deer meat. It's excellent. I got deer meat in my freezer right now. Had some last week. Had some deer sausage for breakfast. It's normal for humans to go out and hunt. That's a lot more normal than going and getting it at a supermarket and not thinking about where it came from. Whitetail deer are overpopulated. They're everywhere. The city of Austin pays thousands of dollars in some cases per deer to have them trapped and then helicoptered out to West Texas. You cannot make this up. Matthew McConaughey has a big ranch. It's not a caged ranch. It's not a caged hunt. Again, this shows a frightening disconnect and culture shock by folks growing up in these mega cities. They call it a canned hunt because the deer come to deer feeders to feed, and so it's a chance for you to then shoot them. Yes, that's what people have been doing for thousands of years to lure in their prey. Like when you're fishing, when you're trying to catch fish, you put a worm on the hook. No one calls that animal abuse. This is all about dehumanizing. They're trying to ban all over the U.S. in the name of carbon taxes, fireplaces, space heaters. Europe's already done it. This is about domesticating humanity. And this is about making normal human activity so bizarre and so shocking to the public that it's basically outlawed. That's why they've come out and said in Seattle, don't bring a brown bag to work because it could offend someone. No one had ever said brown bags were racist. That's why they're claiming if you don't support Obamacare, you must be anti-black. What does that have to do with racism that I don't want to see insurance companies make a 47% increase in profit in the last year because it allows them to gouge people? But again, if they can dumb it down to just, oh, it's racist if you don't support Obamacare, they win. I am blown away by this. And people like PETA, they want to ban hunting of any type. They want to ban fishing. They want to ban, on top of that, having a domesticated pet. And they've had whistleblowers that have gone public from PETA, and they've been caught in court as well, pressuring their members to go get dogs at the shelter to then lethally inject them at their facility because they, quote, believe it should be illegal and that any domesticated animal is an invasive species. These are anti-human eugenics cults who want to be able to speak for the animals and use their voting block clout to outvote the humans.
And right now, their eggs and their milk and their bodies are on plates inside this restaurant, and that is so unfair to them. It's not food, it's violence. Please think of her name every time you see somebody's body on a plate.
The modern animal rights movement, the modern environmental movement has hijacked people's legitimate concerns and taken over legitimate organizations. Even the founder of Greenpeace says that. It's about human control. It's about an authoritarian agenda of domination. These are people that want the moral high ground to boss us around and realize their control freak dreams. These people are cult members. We all live on this planet together. We need to take care of the earth. We need to be good stewards of the land. But prey animals like rabbits and deer and pheasant have always been hunted and always should be. Hunters don't go out and kill animals because they enjoy killing them. It's about the fire and cooking and going out and doing the hunting triggers, just like sex triggers instincts and is fulfilling. Hunting is something we've done forever. Gardening is something that we've done forever. Planting plants, getting in the soil, teaching children how to plant, watering plants is incredibly fulfilling. I like gardening more than hunting. But when I was 10 years old out hunting for the first time, dove and quail and things, when I was deer hunting, it was very empowering. I mean, you get high off of it. And not because you're about to kill something, but because it's something that's in our genetics that we've been doing ever since we developed on this planet. So I can believe, I was about to say I can't believe, but I can believe that they're attacking him and calling him a horrible demon right now because they're cultists and they're so ignorant they just expect their food from the grocery store and they think it's weird that they're raising cattle and that they also make money off deer hunting when that's what everybody in Texas with land does, or you go bankrupt. They're pointing at Texas that supplies much of the country's food and saying that it's bizarre and it's weird. That's how disconnected these people are. They are living a real life episode of Portlandia. So, Matthew McConaughey, you're a great actor, and we're proud of you here in Texas. And I'm sorry that a lot of control freaks are attacking you. Please don't apologize. Please don't back down, because this is all about making normal human activity weird and then finally outlawing it so we're all domesticated on the global plantation, on welfare, under globalist control. That's what the big corporations want, is no competition. The founder of the Rockefeller dynasty famously said, competition is a sin. Well, again, that's it for this Thursday edition of InfoWars Nightly News. Darren McBreen was hosting earlier, did a great job. Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central, with the Friday edition of InfoWars Nightly News. And never forget, if you're watching this transmission, you are the resistance. In the past decade, we have witnessed unparalleled scientific discoveries in the area of health. But no one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. DNA Force is one of the most expensive formulas to produce. Some of the ingredients in DNA Force are $12,000 a kilogram. We are using the coveted, patented, only American source of PQQ, CoQ10, and more. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? Well, we're bringing you a total win-win. The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the InfoWar. We have produced a limited run of DNA Force, and it will take up to 12 weeks to produce more once we sell out. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. DNA Force from InfoWars Life.
Joe Biggs here with InfoWars.com. Now, back in 2011, we wrote an article here at InfoWars talking about the Progressive Auto Insurance dongle, the Snapshot. Now, what that is a device you plug into your car that allows Progressive to see whether or not you are a safe driver. It monitors your speed, your braking habits, all of that good stuff, and it sends the information back to them and lets them know if they should lower your insurance or not. Well, here we are, 2015. And we now know, based off of Forbes and the Hacker News, that this is a device that can be easily hacked into. They can stop your brakes, accelerate your car, and do pretty much whatever. Now, we all know the incident that happened with my friend Michael Hastings, where his car just shot down the road, exploded, hit a tree. This is something that we live in now, a digital age. We are now at a point where almost every car is able to be hacked into because we have these computer systems inside it. Now they're trying to get you to plug a device into your car that will actually allow hackers to get into it. So just a few days after Michael Hastings died, I received in the mail from Progressive Auto Insurance, because that's who I had at the time, was this box that said the Snapshot. Open it up and it says plug it in your car and get your insurance rate lowered. Well, I threw that away because I was disgusted by the fact of what just happened to my friend. I didn't trust anything being put into my car. But wonder what would happen if I hadn't thrown that away and I actually plugged that device into my car.
Hey, what you looking at?
What's going on?
Well, you look like you're here to save some money on your car insurance.
Yeah, I don't know what I should get. I was checking the Snapshot thing out. What do you mean? What do you know about it?
Well, basically you just need to agree to let us track all of your movements. This will just easily plug into your car. We'll track your movements, upload it online. Probably the cloud will be really helpful, so we can just kind of see if you're a safe driver.
Well, I saw in a Forbes article that these things could be hacked. Do you know anything about that?
Forbes? Huh, I don't think so.
Is it safe?
Very safe and effective.
Well, I guess I'll go with this. It seems like a good thing to try.
You're making the right decision.
Sweet.
And sure enough, he had a big story on CIA corruption coming out. He was in contact with WikiLeaks and was about to do a big data dump. And the official WikiLeaks has come out and said they talked to him 1 hour before his car blew up. And he said, the FBI's after me. They're investigating me. We've got to hurry up and get this done. Well, they got you done. And the police instantly said no foul play.